Have you been feeling the pressure to leave your home for a nursing facility? I understand. It's a crossroads many of us face as we age. But what if I told you there's another way? Today, I'm sharing 6 remarkable stories of Americans in their 70s and 80s who've found creative solutions to age independently, safely, and happily in their communities. These aren't just heartwarming tales. They're practical roadmaps showing how you can maintain your independence while getting the support you need. Whether you're exploring options for yourself or helping a loved one, these real-life examples prove that a nursing home isn't your only choice. From smart home technology to innovative living arrangements, you'll discover proven alternatives that are working for thousands of seniors across America today. Before we dive in, take a moment to share your city in the comments. I'd love to know where our wisdom-seeking community is from. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical aging advice. Let's start with an inspiring story that changed how I think about aging in place. Story 1. Smart Living Solutions, Martha's Tech-Savvy Independence. Meet Martha Wilson, a vibrant 75-year-old retired teacher who taught generations of students. When her beloved husband passed away last year, Martha faced a challenge many of us know all too well: how to maintain her independence when her children live, scattered across different states. Her daughter and son worried constantly, gently suggesting it might be time for assisted living. But Martha had different plans. "I've spent 40 years in this home," Martha shared with me, her eyes twinkling with determination. "Every corner holds a memory. I wasn't ready to give that up just because I was living alone." Instead of viewing her age as a limitation, Martha embraced an unexpected solution that transformed her ability to live independently: modern technology. Starting with telehealth services, Martha discovered she could have routine checkups with her doctor through video calls, eliminating stressful trips across town. But that was just the beginning. Her children helped set up a user-friendly smart home system that Martha now controls entirely from her tablet. "It's actually quite simple," Martha explains. "I can lock all my doors at night with one tap. The lights turn on automatically when I get up to use the bathroom, so I don't risk falling in the dark." Her medical alert pendant, which she playfully calls her peace of mind necklace, ensures help is always just a button press away. The most heartwarming change? Daily video calls with her grandchildren. Before, I'd hear their voices once a week. Now, I watch them do their homework, they show me their art projects, and I even read them bedtime stories, Martha says, her face lighting up. "Technology hasn't just helped me stay independent, it's brought my family closer than ever." Martha admits there was a learning curve, but senior tech classes at her local community center helped tremendously. "Don't let anyone tell you you're too old to learn new tricks," she chuckles. "I'm more connected and secure now than I've ever been." For other seniors considering similar solutions, Martha suggests starting small. Begin with one device, master it, then gradually add more. Independence isn't about doing everything by yourself, she reflects. It's about creating a lifestyle that lets you feel safe, connected, and in control of your own life. Now, let's explore another creative way seniors are maintaining their independence. Story 2. The Community Support Network, Robert's Neighborhood Solution. While technology works wonders for some seniors, others find strength in something more traditional: the power of community. Robert Thompson, an 82-year-old former accountant, discovered this truth when simple household tasks began feeling like mountains to climb. "I used to handle everything myself," Robert says, sitting in his well-kept living room. "But suddenly, changing a light bulb or doing groceries became challenging. My children suggested a nursing home, but I knew there had to be another way." Instead of giving up his independence, Robert got creative. It started with a simple conversation at his local coffee shop. When he mentioned struggling with home maintenance, his longtime friend suggested joining the senior community center. This single decision sparked a chain reaction that would transform his daily life. The community center became my second home, Robert explains warmly. I met other seniors facing similar challenges, and we started brainstorming solutions together. Soon, Robert and his new friends created an informal support network. They established a buddy system for daily check-ins, a simple phone call each morning to ensure everyone was okay. The network grew organically. A retired handyman from the center helps with minor repairs. A neighbor's teenage son mows Robert's lawn in exchange for math tutoring. The local meal delivery service brings fresh dinners, but more importantly, friendly faces who know him by name. What surprises me most, Robert reflects, is how willing people are to help when you simply ask. My neighbor Sarah walks her dog past my house every morning and checks if my newspaper has been picked up, a small gesture that means the world to me. Robert's calendar now includes regular card games at the community center, where friendship and support blend seamlessly. We're not just playing cards, he chuckles. We're checking on each other, sharing resources, and solving problems together. The best part? This support network costs virtually nothing but brings immeasurable value. Independence doesn't mean doing everything alone, Robert says wisely. It means being resourceful enough to create a system that works for you. We're all in this together, and that's what community is all about. Let's move on to our next story, where we'll discover how another senior found an innovative solution to maintain her independence. Story 3. Downsizing with Dignity. Sarah's smart move. Sometimes the bravest decision is knowing when to let go. Sarah Anderson, a cheerful 78-year-old widow, faced this reality when her 2-story Victorian home began feeling less like a comfort and more like a burden. That house held 45 years of memories, Sarah tells me, her voice soft but resolute. Every creaky floorboard had a story. But those stairs were getting harder to climb, and the maintenance was becoming overwhelming. I realized I was spending more time worrying about the house than actually living my life. Rather than waiting for a crisis to force her hand, Sarah made a proactive choice that surprised her adult children. She decided to sell her beloved home and move to a senior-friendly apartment community. Everyone thought I was giving up my independence, she says with a knowing smile. But I was actually choosing to take control of my future. Sarah approached downsizing like the art teacher she once was, with creativity and purpose. She carefully selected items that truly mattered, gifted cherished pieces to family members, and photographed rooms to preserve memories. Each item I kept had to serve a purpose or bring me joy, she explains. It was liberating to let go of things I'd been holding on to out of obligation. Her new apartment features wide doorways, a walk-in shower, and no stairs to navigate. The building includes amenities she never had before, a fitness room designed for seniors, a community garden, and a shared social space where residents gather for coffee every morning. What surprised me most was how much more social my life became, Sarah shares. In my old house, I was independently lonely. Here, I have friends down the hall. We have movie nights, book clubs, and weekly potlucks. I'm more active and engaged than I've been in years. The move also simplified her finances, eliminating unpredictable home repair costs and property taxes. I know exactly what my monthly expenses will be, she says. That peace of mind is priceless. Sarah's advice to others contemplating a similar move? Don't wait until you're forced to make a change. Choose while you can still choose. Downsizing isn't about giving up. It's about opening yourself up to new possibilities. Now let's hear about another creative approach to senior living that might surprise you. Story 4. The Shared Housing Arrangement. Patricia's Creative Solution. Speaking of creative living solutions, here's a story that proves you're never too old for roommates. Patricia Morgan, a 70-year-old retired librarian, found herself at a crossroads. Living alone in a quiet suburban home, she faced 2 growing challenges: rising living costs on a fixed income and the kind of loneliness that creeps in when your house is too quiet for too long. After my retirement, I kept telling myself I was fine, Patricia recalls with candid honesty. But eating dinner alone every night and watching my savings dwindle from household expenses, that wasn't the retirement I had imagined. Then one day, while organizing a book club at her local library, Patricia met Barbara, another retired senior facing similar challenges. What started as casual conversation over coffee evolved into a solution that would transform both their lives. It was Barbara who suggested house sharing, Patricia explains. At first, I laughed it off. I hadn't had a roommate since college, but the more we talked about it, the more sense it made. They approached the arrangement methodically, working with a senior housing counselor to discuss expectations, boundaries, and legal considerations. They created a detailed agreement covering everything from shared spaces to quiet hours, and even guest policies. We each have our private bedroom and bathroom, Patricia explains. We share the kitchen, living room, and that beautiful sunroom where I host my book club now. Having separate spaces is crucial. We're independent women who just happen to share a home. The financial benefits were immediate. Splitting utilities, internet, and maintenance costs cut their monthly expenses significantly. But the real treasure was the unexpected friendship that blossomed. There's something wonderful about having someone to share your day with, Patricia says warmly. We have our own lives and activities, but we also enjoy cooking together, watching our favorite shows, and just knowing someone else is in the house. When I had that nasty flu last winter, Barbara made sure I took my medicine and had hot soup. You can't put a price on that kind of support. To those considering a similar arrangement, Patricia offers wise advice. Take time to find the right match, set clear boundaries, and remember that companionship doesn't mean giving up privacy. It's about finding the perfect balance. Now let's explore how another senior created an innovative living solution that brought multiple generations together. Story 5. The Family Integration Model, James's multi-generational success. While house sharing works for some, James Henderson, an 85-year-old retired engineer, found a different way to balance independence with family support. His solution proves that sometimes the best answers are right in your own backyard. Literally. My daughter kept inviting me to move in with her family, James shares, sitting in his cozy living space. But I'd spent my whole life in my own home. The thought of moving into someone else's space, even my daughter's, just didn't feel right. The breakthrough came when James's grandson, studying architecture in college, proposed an innovative solution. Why not convert the family's rarely used detached garage into a private living space? The idea sparked what would become a perfect compromise. We transformed that old garage into what I call my independence pad, James says with pride. It's my own private apartment, complete with a bedroom, kitchen, and a small living room. The best part? I'm just 30 steps from my grandkids, but I still have my own front door. The renovation took careful planning. They designed the space with aging in mind, wider doorways, a roll-in shower, and good lighting. James contributed to the conversion costs using some of his home's sale proceeds, making him feel like a true partner in the arrangement. People ask if it feels strange living in my daughter's backyard, James chuckles. But it's the perfect balance. I can join the family for dinner when I want to, or enjoy quiet evenings in my own space. When my grandson had a late-night asthma attack last month, I was close enough to help, but I'm not involved in their daily family dynamics. The arrangement has enriched everyone's lives. James helps with school pickups and enjoys teaching his grandchildren woodworking in his small workshop. His daughter has peace of mind, knowing he's nearby, and the grandchildren love having their grandfather close enough for impromptu visits. This setup gives me something a traditional nursing home never could: independence with a side of family, James reflects. I'm not just existing in my golden years. I'm still actively participating in family life, on my own terms. As we move to our final story, we'll meet someone who proves that age is truly just a number when it comes to living life to the fullest. Story 6, The Active Living Champion, Helen's Inspiring Journey. Our final story features Helen Clark, an 88-year-old who proves that the secret to independence lies in staying active. After her doctor suggested it might be time to consider assisted living, Helen didn't get angry. She got moving. "That conversation with my doctor lit a fire under me," Helen says, her blue eyes sparkling. "Everyone seemed to think that at my age, slowing down was inevitable, but I decided to show them, and myself, that I could not only stay independent, but thrive." Helen started small, with a daily 10-minute walk around her block. Those short walks gradually extended to 30 minutes, then an hour. But it wasn't just about physical exercise. She developed what she calls her Stay Alive and Thrive routine. "Every morning starts with gentle stretching," Helen explains, demonstrating a shoulder roll. "Then I walk to the community center, no matter the weather. I volunteer there 3 mornings a week, teaching children to read. Those kids keep me young, and knowing they're counting on me gets me out of bed every morning." Her afternoons are filled with purpose. Mondays are for water aerobics, Wednesdays for her painting group, and Fridays for the senior dance class she helps lead. "People laugh when I tell them I dance," she says with a grin. "But movement is medicine. I may move slower than I used to, but I'm still moving." Helen also embraced prevention. She installed grab bars in her bathroom, rearranged her kitchen for easier access, and wears a simple fitness tracker to monitor her daily steps and heart rate. "It's not about being young," she insists. "It's about being smart and proactive about your health." The results speak for themselves. 3 years after that doctor's appointment, Helen lives independently, manages her own schedule, and even helps other seniors stay active. Her blood pressure has improved, and she hasn't had a fall in years. "Age is just a number," Helen says, preparing for her afternoon walk. "What matters is how you live each day. I may be 88, but I'm not done living yet, not by a long shot." Perhaps the most powerful part of Helen's story is how it's inspired others. At the community center, she's known as the Movement Motivator, encouraging other seniors to stay active in whatever way they can. As she often says, "It's never too late to begin, and you're never too old to thrive." These 6 stories show us that aging doesn't mean surrendering your independence. From Martha's tech-savvy solutions to Helen's active lifestyle, there are countless ways to maintain your autonomy while getting the support you need. The key is being proactive and creative in finding what works for you. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all solution, whether it's embracing technology, building a community network, downsizing, sharing your home, living near family, or staying active. The choice is yours. The most important thing is to explore your options before making any major decisions about your future. Life's golden years can indeed be golden. It's all about finding the right path for you.